Bastard Munich vs Paris XG, the match that everyone has been waiting for. The stakes are at their highest as the two teams who haven't lost a match battle it out for the number 1 spot and to leave their mark in history. Will Isagi take claim to the throne that he's been longing for at the top, or will Rin keep him under his feet? Will Kunigami get his revenge against Shidou, or will he suffer another defeat by the hands of the demon of Blue Lock? Staying on Kunigami, will he finally make his move, or will he stay in the shadows of the game again? Will he be able to beat the wildcard fraud allegations? Taking a look at the teams, in the captivating world of Blue Lock, Bastard Munich emerges as a formidable force in the German league. A team that prioritizes scoring goals, accomplishing that through the embodiment of logic and rationality. Every player must be able to think rationally and create the best plays leading to goal. And at a point in time they had a scoring machine who was best suited to score those goals, until the hero of Blue Lock emerged and stole that shine away from him. The team is set to rank as one of the best teams in the world, and it is home to the number 1 striker in the world, Noel Noah. The team's roster boasts a large amount of talent, including a long list of players from both Germany and Japan. During the NEL Egoist League, Bastard Munich serves as the Germany Stratum team with Noel Noah as their coach. Coming off a thrilling 3-2 win over Italy's Ubers, being one of the 2 teams yet to be defeated, we know they're bringing all the smoke for this match. Isagi unlocked a new half weapon with his lefty direct shot, scoring even while off balance, and Kaiser showed us why he is the German Emperor, scoring the best goal in the NEL Egoist League so far with his bicycle Kaiser impact. Sorry Nagi. Then a late substitute Hiori combined with Isagi to score the final goal and seal off the game. We know Isagi is slowly becoming the new focal point for this team as he tries to push Kaiser to the side. But will Kaiser and his servant Ness allow Isagi to claim what they've built, or could we see a surprise guest stealing it all for himself? The Bastard Munich team is very divided, with at least 2 different factions with players who won't pass to the other, meaning that they will probably create a lot of opportunities and be a problem for France's Paris XG. Staying on the topic of Paris XG, let's take a look at what the French team has to offer. Looking at this team that is led by the child prodigy whose skills are on par with the World 5, Julian Loki, PXG emerges as the best team in France and one of the highest ranking teams in Europe. A team full of talent and money, a place where players are able to shine and make a name for themselves. Paris XG have the current top-ranked Japanese player in Blue Lock, as well as the best pure striker in the facility. How and if they manage to utilize both these players together could spell disaster for any opposition. Currently the team has 2 formations, one with Rin as its focal point for goals and the other with Shidou, and the exception to both of these formations is the presence of Charles, the player Julian Loki believes can take him to the top. Charles is able to link up with either of them, creating scenarios for them to best utilize their weapons. But their coach Loki is planning to switch it up and go with the combined formation with both Rin and Shidou on the field at the same time. If this works, it could spell disaster for Bastard Munich. In the previous performances they took down Ubers with Rin destroying them. Then he went on to break Nagi and Manshine even further. And then Shidou returned to form, scoring 2 goals to kill off Barca. Rin is currently the player with the most goals in the NEL Egoist League, and he and Shidou both rank among the top 4 players in Blue Lock at the moment. Rin unlocking new shooting techniques leads us to believe that his overall game has gotten a massive increase as he's slowly cementing himself as the best striker in Blue Lock. He still has one priority currently in his mind, and that is to destroy Isagi. So far he's been the main reason why Paris XG is still undefeated, and the only other team with that record alongside Bastard Munich. Is there a defense that can truly contain the likes of Rin and Shidou on the field at the same time? Bastard Munich vs PXG is a battle to decide the best team in the NEL Egoist League, both teams having won all their matches. This is the game that will decide the team that keeps that record alive. Rin and Isagi both aiming for the top spot, and Kaiser trying to assert dominance over Isagi. And Kunigami desperately wants to get revenge on Shidou, showing us why he made it out the wildcard. This leads me to believe that these 2 teams will give it their all as the stakes are as high as they could possibly be. The future of Japan could be riding on this single match, as many of the best players are centered in this match. This match is said to take place in front of a live audience in a stadium cheering their favorite team on. This is extra motivation for the players to try and showcase what they can do as the atmosphere allows it. They could be witnessing the future GOAT of football and not even know it. Now let's take a look at some of the biggest matchups between Bastard Munich and Paris X-Gen. It will only make sense that Rin and Isagi are the main matchup, and the biggest question is if Isagi's constant improvement and adaptation is enough to get the better of Rin, or has Rin's improvement made it a little too hard for Isagi to outplay. These are the top 2 strikers with the highest bids at this current moment, and the outcome of this game could decide who claims the top spot. Now we all know Rin will go his hardest in this game as he has something to prove, especially to his brother. But could this be another trigger for Isagi to reinvent himself? After being met with an overwhelming presence he sees no chance in beating, can he find a new way to do it on his own in order to completely devour Rin? Let's not forget that the events of the second selection led to a similar outcome, with the only difference being that Rin still ended up winning. But could this be Isagi's turn? Another big matchup we could see is between the 2 Bastard Munich players, Isagi and Kaiser, as they battle it out for the throne of Bastard Munich, trying to create the team in their image. From the first moment they met, we knew this would be a rivalry for the ages. After Kaiser hit down Isagi's shot during target practice, at that time Kaiser didn't even really see Isagi as too much of a threat, but recently he has become a player that even Kaiser couldn't ignore, choking himself over his disappointment of losing to him, and conjuring up a new weapon in order to defeat him. Isagi's meta vision with Corona and Hiori by his side, against the Kaiser Impact, the best weapon a striker could possibly have, alongside Ness. Will Kaiser reclaim his throne, or will Isagi leave him with nothing as he takes his team away from him? And one of the most anticipated matchups we have is the revenge match between Kunigami and Shidou. This is where the wildcard has to step up to beat the player who sent him down there in the first place. While Shidou does currently have double the salary value Kunigami has, there is a chance for him to at least tie it at the end of this game, or even surpass it to rank higher than him after the final game. Shidou will definitely be having fun interacting with Kunigami, although it won't be the same on his side, as Shidou explicitly told Isagi that he hates the type of person Kunigami was, and that nice guys on the field mean nothing. How will he react to his emo personality in an actual game? This is a matchup that has been brewing since the second selection, and I'm sure it won't disappoint. This is a player with the perfect copy of the weapon and physique of the world's #1 striker. The potential he has is unmatched, so he should be able to make something happen. But let's not forget the insane talent Shidou possesses, especially in front of goal, as he now also has a player who can pass almost to the same level as Sai, in Charles and maybe even Rin. The last main rivalry we need to take a look at is Loki versus Noah. This is obviously in speculation of them even entering the match, as I know Noah won't enter unless Loki enters first, and Loki hasn't been shown to have much interest in joining the matches, although this might be the one to see how he stacks up against the current best. Loki's speed makes a very interesting obstacle for Noah. I wonder if he already has a plan in mind to deal with it, or will he conjure up something on the fly, giving Isagi more information on how he can stop Loki in the future. France's current best player versus France's prodigy and the new rising star. Will Noah keep the torch, or will he pass it on to his underling? There are other matchups such as Hiori versus Karasu, Kaiser versus Chappie. That's if he really is a new Gen 11 player. If not, then his main focus will still be Isagi. Yukimiya vs Zantetsu could be another interesting one, as there'll be many more we'll eventually see as the match progresses. All these players will want to win and showcase their abilities in order to make the Japan U20 World Cup team, or just bragging rights. I think this match will end off the same way most people think it would, with Bastard Munich winning, and Isagi probably scoring the last goal. Initially I wanted Kaiser to be the one to finish it off, but from the signs shown up to this point we can see that Isagi will usually do something in the dying moments of the game. The first 2 times was an assist, but now since he started scoring again, I think he'll score the winning goal. This match will have to end with a result that sees all the main players getting an increase in salary and making it into the World Cup U20 team for Japan. but players like Ikaguri I'm not too sure about, and I don't have much hope. I've seen some things online about the match being played over 90 minutes, which could mean that there would be time for a lot more goals. If that really is the case, then I think the scoreline will be 5-4 in favor of Bastard Munich. But if we ignore all of that and focus on the regular format we're used to, then I see it ending with a score of 3-2 in favor of Bastard Munich, with Ren, Shidou, Kaiser, Kunigami and Isagi on the score sheet. I think this will be the most thrilling and intense matchup. Share your thoughts on how you think the match will play out in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.